Welcome to a transmission with Cosmic Clearing for lightness and prosperity in all matters. My name is Karina Lee, and I have a practice as a shaman in the New Age, which is not the same as a New Age shaman. I'm just a shaman practicing in the new era, the era of Aquarius, which gives us a lot of opportunities to work with energies that are really marvelous. Clearing has the benefit of giving you an opportunity to feel more precisely what resonates with who you are and what is true to your personal integrity. So if you saw the light flicker just before, I was having a bit of technical difficulty, but we shall overcome, as we shall overcome a lot of things in this new era of Aquarius. And as to technical issues, I'm not sure if a clearing is the most logical answer, but we will have to make do with that for now. So, I am going to check up on if everything is broadcasting all right, and it does seem so, even though it doesn't seem as if I can see your chat, but I will be keeping an eye out on the platforms. Okay, so here we are. I have been looking forward a lot to this particular transmission, because clearing is one of the most important tools for energy workers, shamans as well, that I can think of. Also, what my guides have been telling me all along, that you have to make your own choices, even the ones resulting in a different outcome than you would have preferred. The important thing is that the choice is yours. And a clearing will help you feel the resonance with the choices that you make in your life, so that you don't choose something because you have been influenced by others, or because you are afraid to not reach the goal that you have set your mind upon reaching. A clearing will aid you in making contact with what drives you from within, the life force, the motivation, and the path forward that is true to who you are and that you can follow and elevate the truthfulness to who you are supposed to be, which is, of course, happy and the best version of yourself, and a human being in control with the part of the free will that we're supposed to have. So clearing is first and foremost in this first part of the transmission. The clearing is meant to help you have an even stronger contact with your integrity, with what drives you. So the fragments of energy that the clearing is dissolving, helping you transform into something more harmonious, could be things that you have been told and that you have just incorporated into your mindset, into your worldview, without analyzing it, without thinking about it. You've just taken it in as a truth. It can also be fragments from fear, where your life choices are affected by fear of not being good enough, or fear of not fitting into the communities that you're a part of, fear of failing, or it can be fear of a lot of things. But choices made out of fear are really not your own true choices, even if the choices that you make lead you in the same direction as your true choice. The intention behind will skew it into being a completely different path, a path where you acknowledge that choices should be made out of fear instead of out of what is true to your integrity. What I am putting into words are only the tip of the iceberg. Of course, since a clearing is working throughout so many layers in the consciousness and the energy system and even the physical body, a lot of processing and progression is part of the clearing. But to sum up, this first part of the clearing is meant to aid you into feeling more strongly and accurately what resonates with your integrity. And the reason why a clearing is a good choice to use as a tool for this, to heighten the contact with the integrity, is that it will help you remove everything that makes noise and that distracts you from what is truly resonant with who you are. If you wish to, you can heighten your own experience of the clearing by concentrating, focusing on your breath. You don't have to do it. It's a choice. But if you feel like focusing on your breath and maybe heighten your own subjective experience of being part of this clearing transmission, you can relax your body. You can relax it into a strong body posture. So it's important that you both relax your body and it's also strong. So if that makes sense, try to do it as well as you can. When we relax the body, we actually help the feelings and the mentality and the psyche to let go, to temporarily or perhaps permanently release the tension that keeps the feelings and the body and the fear and the programming in the neurons locked. So we release it. It takes nothing more sometimes than just relaxing the body, and we don't even have to think about what we are releasing. It will just happen. And if we relax the body into a strong body posture, we will heighten the physical sense of integrity and foundation. So let's do that. In each our own way. There is no wrong or right way to do this. There's only your way. And then you have the opportunity to focus in on your breath consciously. If you wish to, you can put a bit of sound on your breath. This will help the consciousness relate to the breath and to the streams of air that is flowing into the lungs, and even to the streams of oxygen that is flowing through your veins. Now the breath in itself is a powerful clearing tool. So if everybody were just breathing consciously, I can't prove it, but I have a feeling that the world would be a different place. It's a bit hard to pull through that kind of experiment though, because a lot of places in the world are simply too harsh to live in, so that it would make sense to focus on the breathing when survival is so imminent. But we can do it here in front of our screens, where we are. Just breathe. And you don't have to do anything else. Then relax your body into a strong body posture. Perhaps lift your chest, lift your crown chakra just a bit, and hold your grounding in the psoas muscle underneath the root chakra. Just a little bit. Don't be tensed up, just be strong and firm. And then breathe. A really powerful clearing tool that we have with us as long as we live, as long as we're breathing. So, you don't have to focus in on your breath. You just had the opportunity to. But because the energy is assisting in focusing in on the breath, probably, or the breath will focus in on itself and optimize its clearing function. It's important for me to say that everything that you receive in the form of healing and energetic support is non-invasive. So you're just watching me, and you are tuning in to the energies that I am channeling. So it's not even really me that you're watching, and you yourself choose what you want to mirror. So it functions a bit like the mirror neurons. Your energetic intelligence is observing and choosing what it wants to mirror from what the energy here is showcasing, and also the guides and the energy around you is part of the progression. So, and everything that you feel, you are creating for yourself. So I'm just like in a gym, an instructor who's doing things that you can choose to do along with me. So it's non-invasive. If it had been invasive, something would have been inside of your energy system, and that is not the case. Then it would have been a really bad clearing if your energy system was actually touched by something that is not you, or contaminated, with the risk of contamination. So, but that was just a by info. So we are here, we have relaxed our body into a strong body posture, and we have focused in on our breath. And this is where the physical clearing is beginning to strengthen itself. And some of you might feel it, the physical clearing. The physical clearing works in a way that where the energy system is the energy streams in the energy system are strengthening themselves in a way that they also start to have a chance to influence the physical body. And the energy system that we are working with is not some random energy that comes from outside of us. The energy system that we're working with is, in fact, the energy system that the body itself creates. So the cells and the muscles and the fascia and our bones and our organs, everything that we are, constitutes an energy system, or a really complex energy system. And it's this energy system that we are working with right now primarily. And when we're working with that, of course, we are also working with the physiology that it's attached to. So if you wish to breathe, reset and breathe, relax, strong body posture, and breathe. Some of you might feel that the head clears up, feels lighter. A few of you might notice that when you look at me, my face starts to look blurry. And if that is happening to you, do not fear. It's what happens sometimes when the consciousness and the subconscious aligns. Then the physical vision will start to translate what we call the energy into something visual. And that most often starts with a blur, and then sometimes more specific objects or visual interpretations made by the brain will appear. But some of you might notice that. Some of you might notice that the body starts to not tingle, but more like hum, buzz. Buzzing is a better word than hum, definitely. And this buzzing turns into like warmth, body heat. And the body heat is not something that just pops up by itself. The body heat will most often be processed by the energy system, aiding the body into the body's physiology, where it has been locked. And when it's unlocked, when it's released, the body will start to work. The circuits in the body will start to function, and that will create the body heat. So some of you might feel that. I have I see a tendency, or feel a tendency that the diaphragm, especially above the liver on the right side, is detensifying. I do feel in the whole stomach that something is tingling, buzzing just a little bit, processing, harmonizing. I do feel inside of the mouth, a little bit in the gums, but most on the palate. I think it's called the palate. This hard thing with the upper teeth is actually tinkling and buzzing, desensifying. The teeth and the gums and the whole mouth is it's not called overviewed, but it's really, really important as to a lot of things, feelings and the physical balance and the mental balance and the energetic balance. But we have not been properly told, at least in the part of the world where I have been raised. I'm from South Korea, but I've been raised in Denmark, that all those ligaments and the nerves in the teeth are a really important part of our emotional creation system. But that's just, again, the tip of the iceberg. But we are also receiving physical clearing, or an aid to physical clearing through the energy system, in the teeth, the gums, the palate, the facial muscles. And all of this physical clearing, you can do by yourself, just by breathing. Just by breathing. So we're doing really well. I get the feeling that we're doing really well. So well that the energy is intensifying once again. Perhaps some of you have already seen or start to see now like a white light around my profile, which is my part of my energy field. It's not the same as the aura. It's just a part of my energy field, and you just see it because I'm like in the middle of the screen. You might also see it if you look at the gong over here, but it's easier to see on me because I'm closer to the screen, and my energy system is more forceful than the gong because I have an organism. And if I could see you, I would also be able to see your energy system in the same way. If we were together, probably. If some of you don't see an energy field, it doesn't matter. I'm just telling these things that you might notice so that everybody has something to hold on to or to look for. The physical clearing is the most important clearing. It really is. But sometimes it's not enough to feel completely cleared. But actually, a lot of times, a physical clearing like this, that you can do yourself just by breathing, will actually clear in other energy spheres, other energy layers, without you even having to think about what's happening. It's like if you have a sponge and you have something that's dirty, you can just do like this, and everything will be cleared, everything will be cleaned. You don't have to see what's in the different layers. It will just be fixed. And that's what a physical clearing sometimes might do, unless there is something that is locked really tightly into the energy system. So this is what I will tell about in the next part of the clearing. To some people, actually, it's not. Some people are not burdened with the energy fragments from other dimensional layers or other energy spheres, because they do not sense them, which is really nice for them. Of course, they have, but some people are, and it's not. It's important that it doesn't distinguish the ability to feel other energy layers. Doesn't distinguish whether you are sensitive or intelligent or spiritual or anything. Not at all. It's just some people sense it and some people do not. So the people who don't sense it, they can really be energetic badasses and do a lot. I used to be like that. Be able to have a lot of stuff in my energy field. And I was just like, give me more, bring me more. I'm a badass shaman. And a lot of the stuff I didn't even know was there, but of course I had to learn what it was. And in that process of learning what it was a balance between giving it attention and still being a badass or being strong. So, but the benefits of being able to feel the nuances in this way in the energetic layers, is that, well, it's sort of another kind of intelligence, and if you have a job like I have, or a role like I have, it's a really good thing to be able to distinguish between different layers. And it's not something that you can choose. If you have the ability, if you're born with the ability of, or if you have had the ability opened somehow to distinguish between these layers, for a lot of people it will be a beneficial to know what they are, or to how to clear them, and actually for some people to know what they are. So if you have a clairvoyance or clear audience or any other spiritual abilities, it can really be a whole new world opening that it's important to be in control of. And you can be that with the clearing, so that you don't have to be anxious or nervous about anything that you feel in the energy layers, or you meet in the energy layers, but so you can just clear them, okay? Just clear them. And if you breathe, if you clear with your breath, it will probably go away just by that. But I know that there are some of you who are curious, and some of you out there who have actual life missions, where the ability to understand these layers is part of that mission. And that missions like that can be really tiresome in the process of understanding what it is, because if you have the ability to see or to feel and to be influenced by stuff that really just needs to be cleared and to be observed, it can be a heavy burden to bear. But as I said before, the physical clearing through breath can really can really do the trick in most cases. It really can. One of the benefits of using breath is that what doesn't need to be observed will just be cleared away. So if there is something that it can be important to know what is, it will be like the only thing left, instead of having to observe and look at and be in contact with perhaps even emotionally 15 things or 100 things. Just clear them away. And if there is something that is you're supposed to observe, it will like stand out on its own and be easy to see. So we've now come to the part where we enter the cosmic clearing. The cosmic clearing is like a word that we use here on Earth, because from the cosmos or the universe, but there is a broad consensus that the whole world is actually larger than just this universe. Even scientists are talking about multiverse or multiverses. So let's just call it cosmos. So the cosmic energy flows that here on Earth, the ones that we have been noticing, are actually mostly from the stars and the planets that is from this universe. But the cosmic energy that is flowing to us, especially in this time, there are new energies in the age of Aquarius, which is not some mystic weird shaman spiritual thing. It's like it's got something to do with astrology, even astronomy, how the energies are shifting. So in the age of Aquarius, a lot of new energy flows are entering the atmosphere and landing on the surface of the Earth. But no matter if they are new or the old ones, when we observe those energy streams, when we are in contact with them, we sort of get to feel something that it's not part of our body. So our cells and our organism constitute one part of us. But when we reach out, and some people do, some people don't, and we feel the inflows of energy from cosmos, we get to elevate our consciousness into another part of who we are that is not constituted by the body. So we can try and visualize that if you want to. Let's just ground ourselves, the psoas muscle and the root chakra. Relax the body into a strong body posture. Perhaps breathe. Lift the chest just a little bit if you feel like it. Lift the crown chakra and stand strong in yourself. Or sit or lie down strongly in yourself. It's also good. So when we're grounded and we have been cleared, which we have, we can like reach out and assemble ourselves with the energy flows from the cosmos. So now we can only resonate ourselves in with the parts of the energy flows from the cosmos that fits to us. So we can't resonate. We can't resonate with energy flows that it's not part of us, or that we have blocked, that the subconscious perhaps have blocked ourselves from from being a part of us. And in the energetic inflows from the cosmos, there are a lot of different types of energy. There's high vibrational energy that feels good and it's healing and it's just pure love. And so there are also other energy flows that feels more like trauma and fear and things that we would recognize as not harmonious or bad. So it's really important when we reach out and interact with the cosmic inflows of energy, that we vibrate as highly as we can, that we have cleared ourselves so that we hold our grounding as human beings here on earth, that our body and our physiology and our feelings that are sort of standing on the shoulders of the body and the physiology, that the energy is as clear, as strong in the integrity and as resonant with who we are as possible, so that when we reach out, we will integrate ourselves with the harmonious energy streams, and not with the energy streams that feels like trauma or fear and other things that we don't want to enhance in ourselves. And by doing that, that's what we're doing right now. This is actually a clearing. By choosing in these parts of our consciousness, in these layers of consciousness, to vibrate highly and to integrate ourselves with the cosmic inflows of harmonious energy streams, then we strengthen the harmony inside of us, and not in a way where we choose, oh, I want this energy, I want the angels, and I want that. We choose it because it's what we already are. From our foot soles to our root chakra and in our body and all our chakras, of course. We choose who we are. We choose to be clear, to be cleared of energy fragments and be cleared of energy that is not resonant with our integrity. And then, as human beings here on earth, we can stand strong, and we can be badasses, or we can be pillars of light, or both, or a lot of other things. What's important is that we are not compromised or contaminated or distracted by energetic noise, fragments of energy that is not really nurturing who we are supposed to be. Of course, the world is filled with energy that doesn't resonate with us, and life is not about avoiding energy. Then we would have to avoid other people, and we would have to avoid a lot of things, which would be kind of bad for the survival of the human race. And for a lot of people, we are programmed to function well in communities. It is possible to function well not being in a community, but we are not supposed to be afraid of energy that doesn't resonate well with us. But we are supposed, or we have the opportunity, the ability to clear ourselves and to be strong in who we are, in the integrity and in the resonance with our values, and with the kindness and the love that is so natural for human beings to feel under the right circumstances. That is, and even under hard circumstances love and values and integrity and to protect the weak is also something that a lot of people have awakened from within themselves. So we really are amazing. We have the ability to be amazing, the human race. And we are still in each our ways receiving inspiration to grasp deep and strengthen the integrity, the foundation. Your foundation, you are working on your foundation. I am working on mine. We are together as human beings on this earth, but we are together as individuals in a coherent community. You could say it like that. And recognize each other's strength and each other's values and each other's existence. And this is also a lot easier to do if you stand strong, if you are strong, if you are cleared of all of the things that I have already put into words, like if you're cleared of fear of not being good enough, or fear of being isolated, or fear of not fitting into the community, all that, blah blah. If that has been cleared away, and if you are in contact with the parts of you where your integrity and your values are the most logical things, the purest things, the things that make you happy, that you wanna live for, that you wanna live with. We can take that all the way out in the layers of consciousness that I've called them cosmic, but really they are also the layers of consciousness that we utilize when we are doing spiritual work. And it's so important that when we do spiritual work, it's as important when we do spiritual work that we know what we're doing, that we don't blindfold ourselves, but that we are who we are. It's as important in the spiritual layers as it is when we are here down on earth in the material world that consists of particles. And when we do have this, when we have strengthened the resonance with who we truly are, with the values and the light of our souls, and you can call it a lot of things, the meaning of life, whatever it might be. In words, it is a feeling inside. We have cleared the way right now in this moment to lightness and prosperity. Lightness and prosperity is right here. So the actually clearing is done. Now you can breathe if you want to and just be here in the energy. I will be broadcasting for about 8 to 10 more minutes, and I will just be playing a song. I've recorded a song that I would like to play for you, which is called Truth. It's just the name, Truth. And also it's a vision quest to ancestral wisdom, but I won't be saying any words. Words, I will just be sitting here and listening, and you have the opportunity to land and to listen as well. So give me just one moment and I will be pressing play. So that was the song Truth. That we had the opportunity to land while listening to. I hope that you have enjoyed the clearing, and perhaps that you have acquired some new views or some new tools for you to use in your own personal life. Some understandings of how it's important that we stand strong as the human beings that we are. And also how important it is that no matter where we go, whether it's out into the world or out into the layers of consciousness that constitute spirituality, that we are true to ourselves and that we bear clarity of who we are with us. So I would like to thank you for being here with me and the guides and everyone who has been here. And I wish you a day filled with lightness and prosperity.